Mike Oplin here, Expert Coaching. Today, before we work out, I want to go through a dynamic warm-up for you guys. I think for anyone out there who's trying to prevent injury and really get themselves loose and ready to work out, a dynamic warm-up is an important part of any training program. I have 16 exercises we're going to go through today. If you do this at a fairly quick pace, you should be able to get this finished in about 8 to 10 minutes. Spend about 30 seconds per exercise. Every exercise I suggest you go to half court and back. So just do the exercise to half court and then you can jog back, or you can jog to the other side of the court if you have a full court. I'm just going to go show you a couple of steps and then jog back, just so you have an idea of what the exercises and the stretches and the warm-up looks like. So let's get going. The first one we're going to do is a walking lunge and rotation. Now, with any lunge that you do, it's important that your knee is not bent over your toes. Okay, you do not want this because it's putting too much pressure on your knee, and it's a great way to just wear out your knees. And for basketball, if you don't have good knee strength, you're going to have a hard time being effective. So when you're doing these warm-ups, make sure you're doing them right and you're doing them slow, and you're really getting the full stretch. So walking lunge rotation, I'm just going to lunge, rotate, chest up. A little wet out here, so I slipped on that. Next we're going to do is a walking lunge with twist. Put my inside hand on the ground or on my foot, and then turn, twist in the air. Inside foot, turn, twist in the air. And really, you'll feel that in your low back as you turn and twist. Next what we're doing is just going to do a lateral lunge. Again, touch the floor, try to keep your chest up. Side to side. Then we have a walking quad stretch. So I'm going to try to bring my leg as straight a line as possible back to my hand. I don't want to be going out like this and grabbing it. I want to kind of try to keep it in a straight line. So I'm going to bring it up and then step up. Really pull. You're going to get full in your quads. Next, we're going to do walking quad stretch. We're going to touch the floor with it, okay? So again, you want to stay in a straight line this whole time. Bringing the quad up, then I'm coming in a straight line, touch the floor, come back. And if you need to go that slow, go that slow. Really make sure you get the full stretch. Okay? Next we have airplane steps. Okay, so you're going to take one step, hands out to the side, lift your back leg up, and then you're just going to hold it for a second, keep your chest to the ground, and you're trying to be parallel to the ground as much as possible. Really good stretch for your hamstring. Then we got Frankenstein walks. Okay, so hands out like you're Frankenstein, and you're just gonna try to kick your fingertips. Then we have Frankenstein walks with a crossover. So the same idea, except I'm going to cross over from left to right, right to left. And that gives you a little bit more of a stretch in your lower back, especially on the sides. Walking glute stretch. So you're going to grab your knee with your outside hand and your foot with your inside hand. You're going to pull it to your chest, try to keep your chest up, and don't hunch over when you're doing this. Really try to get those hips stretched out and ready to work. And we got butt kicks, okay? Again, a straight line. We don't want to come out like this. We want our heels to touch our butt as straight as possible. And try to lean with your chest up a little bit. Have a little bit of a forward lean, not too far though. Then we got high knees. Again, we're just trying to bring our knees up as high as possible. We don't want to be leaning too much forward. We don't want to be leaning too far back. We want to try to stay as straight up as possible. Active feet on that, active feet. Then we're going to go high knees lateral. Okay, same idea. Straight as possible. Keep my torso up straight. And we're going to the side. Lateral. Inchworm. Okay? We're going to start with our knees straight. Bring our arms out like this. And then we're going to walk our feet as far as we can up through our hands and really feel the stretch in the hamstring. Once we get as far as we can go, we inch our way out. Again, just like an inchworm would walk. Really can feel it in your back there. Be careful with that one. Make sure you don't go stretch too far forward. And we got power skips. We're going to explode and get as high as we can with each skip. So I'm jumping off my left leg. I want to get my right knee in the air and my hands up, okay? So opposite hand, opposite leg. If I go with my left, if I get my right leg up in the air, I have my left arm up. If I have my left leg up in the air, I have my right arm up, exploding up. And we have forward bounds. So we're just going to bound forward almost like we're doing a triple jump. Okay, we're just going to try to push our front leg as forward as possible. And as soon as it hits the floor, we're bounding again, pushing out as far as we can go. Finally, we have broad jumps. You're going to stand, sit stationary, and you're just going to get as low as you can and explode as far out as possible. Try to land with your knees bent. You don't want your knees over your feet again. You want to try to land in a good squat position.